everyone, welcome to DOdaily Wednesday workout. It's Des here, checking in as usual on Hump Day, finding an opportunity to evaluate where I'm at this week. Of course, DOdaily is all about my musings, the way I tackle everything that comes at us bit by bit, day by day. What we'll say before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's just a light-hearted look at the way I tackle things that are thrown up at me and try and be positive, make the most and be really enthusiastic when I can do what I want to do, and that's all it's about. And of course, please drop a like, give it a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Today I'm just checking in, like I say, on a walk between appointments. Really glad to be out. Whilst it's still a little bit blustery from the storms, of course normally I'd try and do a part 1 PB vlog from the weekend. I did do a part 1, didn't manage to vlog it because of how windy it was, but today it's just a case of getting out there, getting in my workout. At the moment it's a walk. Later this evening I'll be attending the Do Running group and enjoying everything what that brings. Definitely some midweek motivation, definitely something to look forward to, especially on these really busy days. In all honesty, I'm not normally this busy before the running groups. I get a little bit of time in the afternoon before setting about things in the evening, but today I'm actually putting in a full shift. I think I put in more than a full shift most of the time, but the way my day's structured is right now I've got to go from one thing to another. But like I say, enjoying just being out in the daylight. Whilst it's not too windy, I can get the video done, and the blue light, you know, the skies are absolutely amazing up there, absolutely stunning. Walking somewhere slightly different as well. So whilst there is a purpose to it, again, I'm just trying to make the absolute most of what I'm doing and the opportunity to get out there and get some sun on my face. Not quite the sun you'd expect in sunnier climes, but at least it's some sun. Blue skies always make you feel that little bit better. And of course, if you can get out today, that would be absolutely fantastic. You know, if it's during the day, brilliant. If it's a bit later, like the rest of us at the group, that would be brilliant too. You know, just about touching the edge of daylight now with that, so we're really looking forward to getting the daylight back so we can enjoy an evening session in easier conditions. Of course, with the daylight generally brings slightly easier conditions to work with, so really looking forward to that. But like I say, for now it's just about kind of understanding that we just have to keep doing it. We have to keep pushing on. I'm always talking about pushing through, and at the moment being really busy, it'd be easy to forget about stuff, you know, forget about one thing to do another. But we have to find a way, don't we? I made a commitment to do some extra work this afternoon, which I didn't really have to do, and considering how much I've got to do, you know, I could have been forgiven for sort of not wanting to help out. But again, it's just about paying it forward sometimes, isn't it? Just sort of doing what you can to help others, to support others, and ultimately it helps yourself, doesn't it? In one way or another, we'll feel the benefit from it. For me, I'll get this time back, which I probably need later in the year. So like I say, whilst I can help somebody today, I'm not getting too sort of bogged down with all this busyness thing. And I suppose that's sort of a byproduct of the way I've been feeling in the last few days. Talk about check-in there, you know, just feeling absolutely great all of a sudden. Don't know what it is, don't know why. Just the momentum I spoke about so much recently has built to a level where I'm feeling comfortable. One or two things had irked me at the start of the year. that's okay. Do you know, that's what happens. But I realised then, like I realise now, that whatever's happening, it's only ever temporary, because we have our ups and downs. And again, checking in on a Wednesday is a great time to do that. A lot of us tend to start the week building up, and then hopefully sort of working towards the weekend when we can really enjoy time. That's how it works for me. But what I like to do these days is not kind of be defined by the days either. I always talk about things we can't control and not being defined by those. But for me, I like to almost find the positive in every single day. DOdaily, it's got a different motivation through the 5 episodes each week, the 5 conventional working days, and I like to kind of work to those to make sure I take something from it. Do you know, why does a Monday have to be miserable? Do you know, why does Wednesday have to be that day when we sort of switch on and start looking forward to the weekend? I'm looking forward to everything I've got in store. You know, when you're feeling great, when you've used the adversity that's gone before. For me, of course, the weekend was a bit chaotic. Everything went, all the plans went awry. But even before that, I just wasn't feeling 100% since the start of the year, after an absolutely amazing end to last year. You know, and I think we're always looking forward to getting away from COVID and getting back to normal, but it's taken us a while in reality. I kind of understand that now, and I understand the people around me who it's probably taken a while for too. You know, but I'm hoping, like myself, everybody can come through it, you know, and start to just settle down a little bit. And I feel that's what I'm doing, almost settling into the routines again of what I want to be doing. I won't say it doesn't have to be too rigid, but the conventional kind of year. I don't really want to say I'm going to do it this way every time, if you see what I mean. But what I'm trying to say is, it almost feels like I'm settling down now. All the excitement is kind of not disintegrated, but it's turned into action, and that's important as well. Once a few of these jobs we've got to do for the bigger plans, for the bigger picture, are signed off and sorted, then we can really start looking forward to it. And I guess that's what Wednesday's all about as well, isn't it? It's kind of getting into full swing with the week, you know, almost understanding that you've done the prep and sort of started it well, or not started it so well, but it's a chance to check in and evaluate and then take it forward and make sure you make the absolute most of it. And whenever I don't do a part 1 PB vlog, which I will get back to definitely next week, got a real good plan for the weekend, getting somewhere new as well. But whenever I don't do that, I just like to check in and just let you know how it's going, you know, and sort of reinforce that message that we can use this time to evaluate. And of course, I'll encourage activity, because it's what I do. I believe there's a direct link from physical to mental health. I say that all the time because I don't just believe it, I know, you know. Some people might go, yeah, whatever. But I do know, because it's worked so well for me in the past. So if you can get out and get in some activity, you know, if you're wondering how to spend 10 minutes you've got spare, half an hour you've got spare, get out for a little walk around the block. So all I'm doing now, about a 15-minute walk between appointments, like I say. But if you can get out for a run for half an hour, I can assure you those endorphins will get flowing and you'll be absolutely flying. Yesterday I spoke about another big event to look forward to, the Great North Run. And I'm really sort of looking to my running now and trying to work it all back in. I'm remembering as well what worked for me when I touched on the fact that the Great North Run was my PB. So what that did do, as well as being exciting going forward, it made me sort of reminisce about how I approached it last time, or the first time when I got the PB. Last time I was in bad shape and feeling not too well, but the first time it made me kind of reminisce about the event itself. But then I started remembering how I kind of went about getting that PB and getting that achievement and that sense of satisfaction. And again, it's just sort of sprung my mind into sort of thinking, well, maybe that's the way to do it, rather than change and do things differently. But that's what we need sometimes, isn't it? Just reminders. And if we give ourselves opportunities to keep doing new things, revisiting the things we've enjoyed, we just get that opportunity to give it a go. And that's all I really want to say today, guys. It's just a case, as ever, of understanding where we are, what we do, remembering that Wednesday workout works, remembering that we've prepared ourselves to this point, and remembering to have fun. You know, really, really looking forward to getting the day done, whilst it's not a problem what I've got to do. Looking forward to getting everything done, signed off, and getting along to that winning group. That's what makes me tick. It's what makes me happy, when it's full of great spirit and people are enjoying themselves. That's what works for me. So looking forward to it for those reasons, but also to take time for myself after a long busy day. That was the whole reason it started in the first place, to just take a little bit of time out during my run to just relax, stay calm, and move on to whatever's next. Until Thursday thoughts, guys. I mentioned the weather a few times today, and I asked that throwback question: what weather conditions do you least enjoy? Looking to put a spin on it. If you can let me know, I'd just love to read a few out as the throwback, just to try and inspire people to make the most of what they're doing when they're not enjoying it. That'd be great. And any questions about absolutely anything, about the Great North Run, anything I've spoke about this week, about anything that's going on in the world, or just how I'm feeling. Doesn't matter how deep or how shallow in terms of the fact how it doesn't have to be too serious. But it doesn't matter, whatever questions, I'd love to sort of feed those back and have a great Thursday Thoughts episode. I'll be live at 8 PM tomorrow, going through those. Until then, get out there. You can get some of this blue sky in today, whilst the weather's improved just that little bit. Please do. Just doing it.